A lot of people who are like new to contracting and having to juggle multiple projects, they really have this like egoic attachment to their memory. And I found that your memory is just not a reliable thing. Like, it doesn't matter how good you are, how like much you care about remembering the details, it's about being overwhelmed with details. And if you're juggling multiple projects, you have to be able to set the details down and pick them back up again without having to have some part of your mind be occupied with them, because then you have less space to work with, right? So most people who are professionals, they learn to do a lot of different things. First thing is take notes all the time. Always write everything down. Don't assume that you're going to remember the details. You won't. Trust your memory with almost nothing, only for moments. 2, always agree on a scope before you start work, and never give an estimate off the cuff. Never ever give an estimate off the cuff. Always give an estimate after agreeing what the scope is, right? We're like, what are we doing exactly? Write it all down, a list of the things that are being done. And you don't have to have a whole full plan as to how to do them, but make a list of what's to be done, what's to be delivered in a concrete sense. And then from that's where you generate your estimate, right? And if somebody says, how long is it going to take you to make a website? Say, yeah, we'd have to have a discussion about what the website would contain. So I would need to do a scope, right? And that all needs to be written down in a digital document. I know you like the concept of paper. It's pretty and wonderful. It's not shareable. And if you don't have it with you, you don't have it. So it's not worth it. I'm sorry. I know that you have, and it feels, but you don't have it with you. And so you don't have it. You could never run the risk of being without your notes for a project, right? So digital. And the last thing is, if they want to change something about the project that's not in the project doc, you need to be allergic to that. That should be a red flag. That's costing you money. You can't make a change to the plan without rediscussing the amount of money that you are charging a person. And it's hard when you're a contractor, a creative, because you think, because before you have a lot of money, cost is your main factor, right? But if somebody is hiring a professional service, it's not actually that cost is the factor they're concerned with, because they want a good job done. If they cared about cost, they'd just Google it, do it themselves, right? But if it's I want it done right, I want somebody to spend their whole attention on it, then show them you're going to spend your whole attention on it by building them in a complex estimate. And if they're going to change the scope of work, it will cost you money to keep working on it. It's not a baker's dozen where you throw in an extra loaf of bread, right? Your time is finite. You can't just make more rolls of bread. It's time. You only have as many hours in a week as everyone has. So don't give out work time for free. You have a finite amount of that. So anytime you're going to change the amount of time something's going to be worth, you gotta have a rediscussion. So yeah, just teaching a lot of people to contract. These are really common mistakes. I talked to several people about this week, so I was like, internet, probably everyone wants to hear this. Anyway, I've been doing a lot of teaching, haven't had a lot of time to make content, so I'll make some more stuff soon. I'll talk to y'all later.